But in the process of it, I didn't turn out that doggone bad. Were there some things that I wish that went differently? Maybe. But why is it that I didn't change those things? If you don't know the history, you're bound to repeat it, right? Well, watch this. How is it I can ignore my own history, ignore my own plan, rewrite a whole new script for the next generation, and wonder why I'm struggling? Wonder why I gotta look both ways when I come out my door, yet alone crossing the street. Come on, man, let's think about that. It wasn't them that perverted the laws, because the laws wasn't for them. It was us that changed it. God is literally saying, you know, you felt like as a kid, you know, you had to carry the burden, you had to do a little bit more than everybody else. And so when you got grown, you know, that whole thing of not really asking for help when you really needed it, you won't do it because your pride say, I got this. Oh, wait a minute, watch this. Because mama was like the hugest gossip ever, and she couldn't mind her own darn business. You now a mini mama, but you did everything in life to not be mini mama. So you now gossip like nobody else's business. Can't nobody ever be good enough. Because wasn't nobody ever good enough for mama. Because guess what? Mama wasn't happy with life. I'm sorry. Don't get mad at me. See, here's the difference. You have the ability to change and reverse a curse. It has to stop with you in order for them to live. Wait a minute, in order for that to change. But the problem is, we looking from the window outside, Lord, violence, change them, change them. No, you change. So, I mean, this is good to me. It's good to me. So Habakkuk comes back, you know, because you know how we are when we think we know something. We get a little frustrated. We don't know how to shut the hell up. Yes, Pastor said hell. Look, Lord, are you not from everlasting? Wait a minute, now you calling his character? My God, my Holy One, you will never die. Now, I'm going to throw one at you because, you know, actually, I'm going to flip the script. We're going to go Negro version. I'm going to play with y'all because now we can interpret a little better. You ready? God, you're from eternity, aren't you? Holy God. We aren't going to die, are we? Wait a minute. You were given life with a promise and a contingency plan to live and not die. But the prophet is asking God, you unleashing hell on us, ain't we finna die? You ain't answered no prayers. You done got silent. You kind of like you was in the days of the Egyptians back in the day when we was in Israel, and you know, didn't nobody hear from you for a little while. You know, after they exposed Noah, you know, because he was on that yacht. Yep. Didn't nobody hear nothing about you from that point on. You know, we waiting to hear something about you. Say something, do something. Why you just gonna let it happen? Then he sit back and he like, okay, gotta think about this for a minute. God, you chose the Babylonians for your judgment work. Wait a minute, rock solid God, huh? You gave them the job of discipline. keep it real. Most people read this and be like, oh, he had such a contrite heart and he was so... No, he was going off. Have you lost your ever-loving mind? What are you tripping off of? You finna send savages to discipline us. Watch this, because we won't discipline ourselves. You finna send fools in to discipline us. Watch this. Because we didn't like the discipline you gave. Can you imagine what's going through this man's mind? A man that's been preaching hope, a man who has a prepared answer, and all of a sudden it's like, you playing, right? What a TV camera is. I'm getting pumped. I gotta be getting pumped. Because they don't care about us. Hello, church. The world don't care about you. And the only reason they don't care about you is because, guess what? You don't. You stop building his legacy to build your own. And it still ain't satisfying you. Come on, if you notice, I ain't got away from a prepared answer. But God had to bring an uncommon provision, an uncommon circumstance. I'm going to let the fools judge you. I'm going to let the savages judge you because y'all suck at judging yourselves. Okay. Bring it back. But you can't be serious. You can't condone evil. Why don't you do something about this? Wait a minute, how you going to ask him to do something about it? It ain't done yet, but he's already made up his mind that it's going to be done. He tripping now. He just want to argue. Why are you silent now? No, bro, don't get quiet now. Wait a minute. Habakkuk is demonstrating the very same violence that he's praying against. How you gonna punk God? No, don't shut up now, bro. Talk. Say something. Ain't that what you do when you're ready to fight? I say something else. Don't get quiet now. He out here trying to punk God. Bug me. This outrage. Evil men swallow up the righteous, and you stand around and watch. And that's what everybody's saying. I don't care what church folk. I ain't doing nothing for nobody. If God was so powerful, he would have let my cousin get shot. Nunu them wouldn't have died in the doggone plane crash. They wouldn't have been in that accident on 70. My auntie them wouldn't have overdosed it. Where was God at then? Wait a minute. Where's your prepared answer? Where's your prepared answer? Because I promise you, if you give them the same 6 scriptures that every other Baptist, Kojic, and I want to be a church person will give, you probably going to get cussed out. You better have more ammunition than that. Don't bring out them same 7 scriptures that everybody been using for the last 100 years that they still don't have the interpretation to. You better have something to say. And you better not run off, well, you know, back in the day when it was me and nobody want that crap. Wait a minute. Why are you making my business your business? Don't live the through my sorrow. Don't live through my pain. Help me live. Sow a seed that's going to help me live. I'm sorry. Pastor, testimonies help people. Yeah, they do. In the appropriate time. But don't nobody want to be swapping sob stories with you. And then all of a sudden, you tell them how much God done did. And they like, he did it for me, so why the hell are you telling me? How can I be encouraged by this? I need something more than what you giving. Because real talk, you showing me in your answer that you really don't have a clear conscience and that you ain't satisfied with living. Because all you ever want to show and share with me is that. But when it's time to be vulnerable, when it's time to be transparent, when it's time to be embarrassed, where your testimony at? What you got to say then? When you bust your pants on the escalator and it's cold as all get out and you're telling that story? I busted my pants and it ripped all the way up the back and I had on some doggone colorful drawers that day and they had holes in them. And there was 6 people standing behind me looking, trying to connect the dots. You gonna tell that story? Well, praise Jesus, hallelujah. I was sitting up and I ain't had no transportation and the Lord made a way and the It's a great story. What the hell I got to do with them nine? You want a standing ovation? Go sit your proud tail down somewhere. Go sit your overly anxious, thriving tail down somewhere. Go sit your fake living self down somewhere. I'm sorry. Don't mean to go off. But real talk, you're dealing with some real situations that are about to come to your front door. And 20 years ago, Christianity, 50 years ago, Christianity ain't gonna work. 100-year-old Christianity ain't gonna work. You either gonna go back to the ancient of days, or you're gonna sit there and be looking stupid. You're gonna be literally dealing with God was dealing with Habakkuk. What you telling me that for? Have you lost your ever-loving mind? Is you crazy? Is you slow? Maybe I should put it in sign language for you. Maybe you'll catch on faster. Because it ain't working right now. Pastor, you going off. Stop. Okay. Tangent. Don't be laughing at me, girl. You're treating men and women as many fish in the ocean. Swimming without direction. Swimming but not getting anywhere. Uh-oh. This evil Babylon arrives and goes fishing and pulls in a good catch. He catches his limit and fills his creel. A good day of fishing, he's happy. He compares us to fish that don't know where the heck we going. He compares us to fish. I don't know if y'all ever seen, normally fish swim in schools, they swim together. But we like fish that just ain't got nowhere to go. Wait a minute. Watch this. Help y'all. A school of fish is on one accord. But a bunch of fish just swimming is just swimming, right? Watch this. Probably the reason why God's church can't get nothing accomplished is because this person doing that, and this person doing that, and this person doing that. Everybody got a different direction that they're going in, and ain't nobody following God. We trying to minister according to what the world's expectations are, the world's regulations are, the world's rules are, and then all of a sudden we're wondering why we're sending people off in the wrong direction. you going? Why you running away from the church? Come on back. I got some cocoa. You don't want no cocoa? We got cupcakes. You don't want no cupcake. We having a fish fry. Oh, dang. How you gonna tell me you want a McDonald's sandwich instead? What is it that's running people away from the church? Wait a minute. We not only running the world away, but we running ourselves away. God said, I want to show you what's going to happen, because in order to give my church what it needs, in order to reverse the trend of things, I got to root some things out. I got to let some folks willingly leave because I can't kick them out. I got to let them make a choice. But here's the issue. If we know God's going to prosper his people, but his people always in the Bible looking like they're suffering, could it be that his people can't receive what God's about to give because they're too busy trying to live? I'm sorry. Yeah, it was good, wasn't it? And I rhymed. Call me Dr. Seuss. Now, I'm going to throw some things at you. Y'all ready? Flip over to Habakkuk 2. You ain't going to tell on me. Now, Habakkuk did something and gave a second complaint to God, right? God gives an instruction. Watch this. Because everybody, and I didn't even preach it wrong, and I apologize, Lord. I repented. God said, all right, since they ain't get it right, I need you to go and write the vision and make it plain. But you can't go write a vision and make it plain until you've seen something. You can't go write the vision and make it plain until you can question God on something. Wait a minute, you probably can't write the vision and make it plain with God because you ain't arguing with God on it to even find the points of it. So, if you ain't had a battle, what you writing? Leave that alone. But I go down to verse 4. You know, verse 4 caught my eye. It just really messed with me. Two and four. Somebody read that.
Look, his ego is inflated. He is without integrity. But the righteous one will live by his faith.
Read that again.
Look, his ego is inflated. He is without integrity. But the righteous one will live by his faith.
God's answer and God's plan is God showing Habakkuk what he's seen, but giving him a different perception. You looking at these folks and you trying to live like these folks and you want to be like these folks, but these folks ain't got no integrity. Their character sucks. Wait a minute, my Bible gave a really good one. You know, I went through like several. Why did I close it? Thank you, Jesus. This enemy is puffed up. His desires are not upright. But the righteous person will live by his faithfulness. Uh-oh. Come on, read it.
Look at that man bloated by self-importance, full of himself but so empty. But the person right standing before God through loyal and steady believing is fully alive, really alive.
Really, read that again.
Look at that man bloated by self-importance.
Stop. Anybody else try to draw attention to yourself? Wait a minute. Anybody else watch this? This is good. I'm gonna mess with y'all because I had to prophesy this particular sermon to somebody yesterday who was going through some questioning issues. And it really upset me because It was a question that didn't seem like a question. It seemed more like a statement to draw people to him rather than a genuine question. You know how you be asking a question, you know, it's like a two-sided question. How you doing today? You really don't really care. You just want the information so that you can prove that it really ain't true. Right, that type of stuff. And I gave him Habakkuk. But what came to my mind when I gave him this was, this person is puffed up. They want to be important. They want to feel some kind of way about themselves. See, I want you to understand, Babylon is not a place. Babylon is not really a nation. Babylon is a spirit. You know, it's the spirit of pride. Yeah, that's part of it, yeah. But Babylon is like, I'm sorry, I don't even call it a spirit. We'll call it a principality. It'll go sit over a region. And what you'll find is, you'll find Babylon will begin to make people nitpick at one another to where there's all utter confusion, chaos, and violence. Off the most simple and basic thing. Remember back in the 90s when you had a pair of fresh white kicks and somebody stepped on your fresh white kicks, it was almost a fight? Yeah. Babylon. All you had to do is go get a rag and go wipe. But instead of wiping, you wanted to wipe the floor with them and mess them up some more. I told you don't be back there shaking what your mama gave you. Babylon is a principality. So this puffed up, this arrogant, this I need you to see me, I need you to hear me, I need you to know that I know something. Really ain't necessary. Because watch this. There's a scripture in the Bible that says they're forever learning, but never coming into the knowledge. Forever learning. So who cares what you know? Do you have the truth of it? Wait a minute, what can you do with it? Show me that. Because to have your knowledge, watch this. I have an accounting degree. And I can spit out all kinds of numbers and tell you all kinds of algorithms of how to come up with, you know, your basic tax information. But until I show your stinking tail, you can't do nothing with it. So I guess, you know, this whole faithfulness thing, sometimes you gotta be faithful to your own lips. Because you let your mouth get open because, you know, you want everybody to know, but God gave it to you for a reason. Hold on. God let you see something for a reason. And if you don't know what you're seeing, but you know what you're seeing, but you don't know what you're seeing, you might want to be faithful to God and say, you can trust me with your secret. Watch this. If God gives to the lender, he gives seed to the soul. Be faithful to the fact that you're there to sow. Wait a minute, if he gave life to you, be faithful over the fact that he gave you life. Wait a minute, I give you life and life more abundantly. How is it I can be faithful to abundant life? How about living? Not living in a world to gain importance, to gain approval, to gain, oh my gosh, wait a minute, to gain their eye, to gain their acknowledgement. Oh, live. If you look like a unicorn, don't cut the horn off your head, walk around with it, live. If you got big feet and big ears, don't go get plastic surgery. Maybe it was the fact God has somewhere for you to go a little bit faster and hear a little bit more. Live! maybe God speaks a little louder on the level you at.
Wow.
I'm sorry. I ain't against no heels or nothing like that. But here goes the problem. We spend our lives, all our lives, trying to change our lives to live, to look like somebody that ain't satisfied. Fashion is built after stars and what stars look like. And here goes the funny thing. If you ever pay attention to the stars, these are the most miserable people in the world. And everybody want to be just like them. You got a bunch of church folk that want to be like the pastor, but don't know what hell the pastor go through. I want to be just like the pastor. You better watch out what you're asking for. There's a price on this anointing. There's a whole lot of hell behind this anointing. I'll pass it out like bingo tickets if you want it. The Lord's saying, I need you to live. I need you to stop dictating your life on the changes that, in the conditions that man keeps setting before you, because here's the problem. If you keep changing according to the situation that man does, and you're being shaped in the image and likeness of God, and he's the same yesterday, today, and forever, what the hell are you doing? You just like them fish sitting out there waiting to be caught because ain't nobody moving in God's direction. Watch this. There's strength in numbers, right? Are they not? Scriptures say, one put 1,000 flight, two put 10,000 flight. It's strength in numbers. Wait a minute. Where 2 or 3 are gathered, I'm already in the midst. There's strength in numbers. But here's the problem. You out on your solo mission so that people can see you because you the star. I look good with your ugly self. I can walk around with my chest stuck out because I'm strong. I'm so strong. And my life is something that everybody gonna take some pride in because I'm proud of it. I'm real puffed up. And when I don't look like that, I ain't satisfied with what God gave me. But here's the problem. If I don't have much, it's on the way. Let me repeat that for you. If I don't have much, it's already on the way. Because it's already promised into my life. It's written and grafted into my steps. The steps of a righteous man are ordered by the Lord. So how is it that in my steps, I keep missing the good? I keep missing my greater. I keep missing the mercy of God. Because guess what? I'm walking after somebody else. I've taken on the definition of what living really is from the wrong source.
Right.
So guess what? I can't be the lender, the borrower, the lender, because I'm always borrowing from folks because that's what the world say in order to keep up with it. I can't keep up with the Joneses. Well, maybe I am because I can't mind my own darn business. Oh, let me shut up again. Fish fry! Come on in. We frying funky fish. Can't get nobody to come. Maybe if we sell beer in the basement, we can get people to come. I'm sorry. Forgive me, Catholic Church. I'm on one today. Can't live. Watch this. We don't even want to live. We'd rather die with the rest of them because we feel like ain't no hope. But yet we walk around saying we got a prepared answer. I just want to use that for now. We might come back to Habakkuk, in a week or two, but we're going to leave that alone. Flip to Deuteronomy 30. Woo, Jesus. Yes, I did. I did it. Yes, I did. I went to the book of the law on you. I went to the book of the law. And if you don't like me after this one, take it up with God.
Stop it, baby.
Leave her alone. She ain't about nobody. Starting at the first verse. When all these blessings and curses I have set before you come on you, and you take them to heart. Wherever the Lord your God disperses you among the nations. And when your children return to your God and obey him with all your heart. Wait a minute. I'm going to stop. Oh, Lord. That was good right there. That was good right there. I'm going to stop. I'm going to mess with you. You ready? Watch this. When all these blessings and curses. Wait a minute. He said, I'm bringing both. Have been set, wait a minute, in front of you. Here's the difference. You have a choice to be blessed or cursed. Let me stop. Let's put that in reverse. Are you in the middle of being cursed, or you feel like you cursed right now? You feel like you walk in something generational because my mama did it and my auntie and them did it. It's all I know what to do. Even though I know it ain't right, but it's all I know what to do. I can't get out of it. It's just chasing me and chasing me and chasing me. Make a choice. Make a choice. Watch this. My grandmama had diabetes. All my aunts and uncles got diabetes. My mama don't, and neither will I. Wanna know why? Curse stops. Oh, okay. Before, when these curses have been set before you, when they put in your face, and you take them to heart, wait a minute, and they piss you off. I guess the reason ain't nothing changed because ain't nothing made you mad enough. Wait a minute, this is Deuteronomy. This is 300-400 years before God had to unleash the Babylonians. But it's the prophecy of me having to do it. It's your choice. Maybe God ain't done his part and kept up to his end of the bargain because maybe it ain't pissed you off enough yet. It ain't made you want to move. You want something done, but you won't do nothing about it. After all, you've been walking around all puffed up and strong. Where your strength now? Oh, I'm sorry. And then it says, wherever the Lord your God disperses you among the nations. On Wednesday, Mama pulled out a plaque. She said, grow where you planted. Wait a minute. It don't matter where God sends you, where God throws you off to. It don't matter the hell that's around you. When you stop growing, you stop living. So if it don't piss you off and you take it on that, you got a problem, huh? Like, man, I'm gonna mess with you again. Now I'm gonna flip back. Let me get me. Hold on. Y'all stay right where y'all are. Now I'm gonna flip back. Where is it at? Where is it at? Where is it at? Let me see. Okay. Ah! You can write this down. Habakkuk 2 and 10. I'm going to read it from two different versions. You plotted the ruin of many peoples, shaming your own house and forfeiting your own life. Basically in this, Habakkuk, God is sitting back responding to Habakkuk, and he was talking about the woe on the people and all the ways that they live and that they thought living really was. And in all these ways, it really stole from other people's houses. Because if you blessed and you got all the blessings, you got all the seeds, but you won't sow them and you won't bless nobody with it, you stole from somebody else's prosperity. Wait a minute, if you got the choice to be blessed, but you won't be blessed because somebody done ticked you off, that Negro done made you bad, mama didn't do what she was supposed to do, and now you carrying a curse. Watch this. You just didn't curse yourself. You cursed what was behind you. So you forfeited your life. Wait a minute. To forfeit means that I don't even show up. Oh. I can't see it, but how do I live? Wait a minute. The Lord ain't yet blessed me. Why ain't he blessed me? Could it be that I'm forfeiting it? Because I won't get in place. Because I don't want to be in place. I don't want the responsibility. I don't want to be accountable there. Because if I do it once, he's going to expect me to do it all the time. I'd rather play dumb. I'd rather play like I got too much to do. Live! Yeah, I yell at you. Then he says, and when your children return to the Lord, your God, and obey him with all your heart. Wait a minute, did you catch the pronoun? Wait a minute. When your children return to the Lord and obey him with all your heart. Not their hearts, yours. So that means you better be doing some teaching. There's a responsibility that's on the parent that they know God and they know him well. There's a responsibility on the parent to be an example of how a relationship with God should be. Wait a minute. Watch this. Most of us had Big Mama as an example. Big Mama was in church since we was in the basket. We could fit in the collection plate. And I was fortunate enough to have a mama that was deep in the church, but I still ran. But most of us didn't have mamas that was like churchy. So they dropped the ball and set a curse in motion. Oh, when does it stop? I'm giving you practicals because what you don't understand is if you don't reverse the curse, you give the principality more power to keep it on you. Here's the difference. You can't renounce a demon. You can't renounce a principality until you renounce it for real. You got to make up your mind, have a prepared answer that this is the God that I serve. And that ain't God. I don't care what they've been doing for 90 to 100 years. That ain't God. Because here's the difference. He ain't going to bless you until they right. Bye. Till you get in position, you don't get nothing. Watch this. How you going to teach in the church if you can't even teach at home? Watch this. How you going to teach in the street if you can't teach at home? How you going to teach the world anything and yet don't teach your home? What's more important? Kids can tell you everything on YouTube. Ask them to give you the 6th commandment. If you don't know it yourself, kick yourself in the butt. Yeah, I just said it. Let me help you. Let me help you, because maybe you ain't getting this. When you and your children return to the Lord and your God your God and obey him with all your heart, with all your soul, according to everything I command you today, then the Lord your God will restore your fortunes and have compassion on you and gather you again from all the nations he scattered you to. Even if you have been banished to the most distant land under the heavens, from there the Lord your God will gather you and bring you back. It don't matter what the hell you done did. That ain't proper grammar, preacher. I got a college degree. I can do that. He will bring you to the land that belonged to your ancestors, and you will take possession of it. Wait a minute. He's going to give you what you left. Wait a minute. What your mama and them left. What Big Mama and them ignored. What Big Mama and them didn't want to even deal with. Wait a minute. That all the slaves in Africa that came over on the boat couldn't even pronounce because they were still reading the hieroglyphics. Wait a minute. All the things that were unseen to everybody, they're now yours. He said it will make you more numerous and more prosperous than any of them. Then I flipped. Pow. Jesus. Where am I at? Where am I at? Yeah. I don't know. I'm right there. You stay there. I'm right there. Then the Lord your God will circumcise your hearts and the hearts of your descendants. Wait a minute. He gonna get you. Gonna get your kids. He gonna get your kids. Wait a minute. And now all of a sudden the streets didn't change. Oh, okay. So that you may love him with all your heart, with all your soul, and live. Did that make sense? If you turn and help turn yours so that they got your heart. So, wait a minute. Because you are now kings and sons of God in the earth, and you're now reflecting the Son of God in the earth, and your children are now reflecting that because they have your heart, they have your mind, they have your prosperity. You're leaving them something. Wait a minute. Everybody out here feel like they've been left for dead, but here goes the problem. We ain't left nobody nothing. Because we ain't left. We've been trying to satisfy ourselves. We've been trying to get to a place that we can feel comfortable. But it don't matter how much money you got, because Habakkuk 2 sits back and tells you, don't let the money deceive you. You still unrighteous. You still wicked. It's harder for a rich man to get in, to go through it's harder for a camel. Well, it's easier for a camel to go through the eye of a needle than a rich man to go into heaven. Why? Because his heart ain't with God.
Yes, God. Hallelujah.
His heart is with his money. His heart is with his happiness. His heart is in satisfaction. But satisfaction is just like hell. It's never satisfied. It's like a consuming fire. It can't never get enough. See, here's the problem. If indeed I found satisfaction in life with Jesus, if I found satisfaction in the promises of God, I got a real reason to say thank you. I got a real prompting in my spirit that says thank you before my mouth even opens. But because the righteous live by faith or their faithfulness, they're quick to say thank you. Here go the problem. Don't nobody know how to say it no more. We got bad manners.
Yes, God. Yes.
We got some horrible manners. Well, wait a minute. Manners deal with morality. Morality deal with a set of rules. Rules deal with a standard. But here go the problem. We always want to quote that he'll raise up a standard against him. But the problem is we didn't raise up the same standard against him. Where's your love?
Yes, God.
We love our lives more than we love the fact that he keeps giving and adding to them.
Yes, Jesus. Hallelujah.
This is a time to break the curse.
Yes, God. In the name of Jesus.
It's a time to break the curse. Because real talk, I want you to understand something. God is a God of mercy. And even if Babylon wants to creep in, God says, I'll cover the doorposts. But the problem is, I won't accept your children's blood. I want a sacrificial lamb. You've been sacrificing generation after generation after generation. He says, you can't put your child's blood on the doorpost. It ain't gonna work. You're gonna have to come to a real place of sacrifice and worship and me. Here's the problem. That mean I gotta go find me a bull or a lamb? No, you need to find your salvation. The blood was already bought. It was paid on the cross. But the problem is, we left the cross back in Calvary and we went to go live.
Yes, Jesus.
If you really pay attention, 12 disciples, only one showed up. The other one was hung. One other one was hung somewhere. But the rest of them was sitting up trying to figure out how to live. Is it really that serious? Pastor, you don't know what it's like to be poor. Do I really have to hit you with the nickel, please? Pastor, you don't know what it's like to be without. Let me help you out, son. Black folks been the most creative folks in the world from the beginning of time, and we always did without. So why in the hell are we so busy trying to do with? We've done more without than we have with. We don't get the jobs. We don't get that. We got them now. But what are we doing with it? Oh, I'm sorry. No, we went living. We went to go kick it. Like the Lord didn't provide it. He done gave us life and life more abundantly. And guess what? He about to bring judgment and judgment abundantly. You are accountable to what God has given you. Pastor, they did say you're accountable to the deeds that you perform in this body. You're also accountable to the thoughts, the possessions, the blessings, and the curses.